In the last video, we created a new account with the root user. In this video, we're going to create an additional account. Just like any other system, you don't want to ever use the root user for everyday tasks. Just like in Linux, you don't want to use a root user. Same with Active Directory, you don't want to use the domain administrator account. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple different tasks here. We're going to create that new user, and then we're going to create a policy so users who are part of this group cannot create resources outside of the regions that we designate. Okay, I've already logged in. I'm at the root console here. So I'm going to look up IAM, which is the permissions management feature inside of AWS. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a policy that restricts access to only regions in the United States. So first we need to go to policy. And there's not going to be a policy that fits into what we're wanting. So we're going to have to create a new policy. So I'm going to click on create policy here. And from here you can do visual or JSON. I'm going to do JSON because I already have this policy created. I'm going to put that in the description as well so you can use it. So if we look at this JSON policy, you'll see it has some services that are not going to be included. These are services that are global. You don't want to include these because if you include these, you won't be able to access them at all. And I've got my 4 US regions down here at the bottom that I do want to have access to. So we're going to click on next. I'll give it a name. And we don't want to make any additional changes, so we're going to create this policy. All right, so now we should be able to find that. Yep, here it is right here. Okay, now that we've created this policy, let's go ahead and create a user group called sysadmin. So go to user groups, and we'll create a group. And we're going to attach this policy we just created. And then in addition to that one, there's a pre-baked one called System Administrator. We want to use that one as well. This will give us some basic functionality. You can always go back and modify this policy later. So we'll go ahead and create the user or create the group. Now, if we go back to groups, you should see it in here. You'll see the 2 policies we attached to it. Now that we have that created, we can go ahead and create a new user. All right, let's choose create user. We'll give it a name. I'll put the Gmail account on here. I just put that in here just because I like doing that. And then I'm going to give them console access and leave all this other stuff blank. Next. And we're going to give them the group that we created. Give them access to sysadmin group. Next. And here's our permissions here. We're going to go ahead and create user. All right, so there's a couple things you can do here. You can download the CSV file and send that to them, or you can just email them these attributes here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy these, put the video on pause, and we'll go to that user's email so you can see that information there. Okay, we got the email, so I'm gonna use those credentials to log in now. So we'll click on Sign in Console. And we'll type in, actually, we're going to use the URL that we were given, so let's do that. All right, so it defaults with our account name or account number in there. Just type in our username that we have created. And the password that was generated for us. There we go. Okay, now I've got to type in the old password and then just generate a new one. I'm going to pause the video and we'll just get to the next screen after this. All right, password's been changed. Confirm. Yep, let's sign in. All right, so this main console screen is going to look a little bit different than the root because I don't have access to some of these things like the monthly spend, those types of things. It was basically just to give you an idea of how you can set up a user with limited access. And then also in this video, I showed you how to restrict creating, managing, deleting resources in other regions.